This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. If there was one jazz standard which I think might be one of the best to learn if you're kind of thinking, I'd quite like to play some jazz or something like that, Autumn Leaves would be it for a few reasons. First of all, it kind of stays in the same key, not all jazz stuff does. Second of all, it kind of sounds, as progressions go, quite a lot like normal kind of progressions. It's not jumping between keys, it's not doing any outrageous stuff, it's just basic major 2-5-1s and minor 2-5-1s. The other really cool thing about it is because the melody works the way it does, you've got a long gap there which you could learn to do stuff within, which is what I was doing in that completely improvised first take. Introduce what we might call like counterpoint stuff, or stuff where essentially you've got a melody going on, you might have a counter melody. So let's just jump in. There's two keys that you'd probably want to be able to play this in. The more guitaristy key is kind of G major, E minor, and the key that is often played in kind of jazz circles is B flat major, G minor. So I'll show you it in E minor. The tab I'll probably put in two keys in case you're trying to play it in both, and I'll put the backing track in both keys as well. Step one, kind of learn the melody. It's got this really nice repetitive quality. Frank Sinatra does a really cool version of this. Then what I would do from there is start to put in these little kind of either 3-note or 2-note chords. So this is what I'll tap out actually. 2, 3, 4. So you're going from an A minor there, 7, 5, 2, 4 and 5, and try and hold your melody note. Then we want a G, so aim to have your pinky land on the melody note. So we could go from 5-4 to 5-5. Something like that, so 5-5, 5-5. So the chords are actually A minor to D7, so that's chord 2 and chord 5 G major. Chord 1 G to C, chord 4. Chord 7, this F sharp minor 7 flat 5 to chord 3, but 3 major. So that's a minor 2-5-1 into E minor, and E minor is the relative of G major. Then you repeat that. And you could figure out a bunch of ways to kind of play this, and you could decide maybe to have more full chords, or you could decide to have this more kind of broken style of playing that I was doing. Then we get to our B section, which I might play like that. So 9th fret, 10th fret, 9th fret for our F sharp minor 7 flat 5. Resolve that to a B7, or so 9, 9, 8, 7 to an E minor, so 8th fret there, 7, 5 to an A minor, So that straightforward basic A minor. And what I decided for this, that I discovered today, sounds quite cool. So we're coming up for our D. This is a D7 flat 9. So we've got the flat 9 here on the 13th fret, and then just a basic D triad. And then a passing here, 11, 8, 8, 8, down to like a B minor 7. It's kind of got this chromatic feel to it. And then we jump back up to the C. Then the F sharp minor. So I just play my F sharp minor 7 flat 5 like this, no 9, 10, 9, 10. Do a B triad. Down to an E minor, 7, 5, 7. To an A7, which is kind of coming from the melodic minor home. To a C7 or C13. So 8, 8, 9, 10. To a B7. To an E minor. When you're playing over it, I'd be thinking A minor. To D7 is just 2, 5 in G. Then we get to our G, so we're still in G. Then we're still in G. This is still G. And then we move from our B to an E minor. So for that you want to use a B7. And when we resolve to the E minor, melodic minor sounds really cool. It sounds like you've got the idea of this jazz thing. Then, same again. Same again, into this E minor. Two, 5, 1 to G. And then again, when we see this A7 here, it works really well to play E melodic minor for that. And then back to E minor. And things to try with this, things that are really interesting to try. Is to try and repeat the melody an octave below. Surprisingly difficult. That kind of exercise can be really cool for trying to get these ideas that aren't just chord based and are maybe getting towards some sort of counter melody. I think that's a really cool thing to try in that tune if you're starting to get a bit more advanced with it. Once you've got it in E minor, I would try playing it in G minor next, or B flat major. Those two keys are where you most commonly see them played, but I think it's a really, really good tune to start dipping your toe into the water if you're just wanting to play a bit of jazz. Patreon will be the place to go to get the tab and backing track. If you like this sort of lesson on YouTube, the jazz stuff doesn't do huge numbers, but hopefully it's like kind of worth it to a couple of you for me to have made this video. If it is, please leave a comment below and help the video out. Give it a like, maybe share it around or something. Catch you in another video soon. Cheers for now.